would have liked you?
Well, if you listened to your grandpa, Solomon Co. would have given me a good whooping. But I think he would have liked the man I grew into.
Liftoff initiated, Captain. Time to venture into that beautiful sky.
Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
Channel's open. What can I do for you? Excuse me? I don't think I heard you correctly. Yeah? What are you gonna do about it? Damn it. Now hold on a second. Cargo hold access granted. I hope you choke on it.
We say again, respond immediately, or we will be forced to open fire. I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Stand down and prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. I've been authorized to inform you that you are being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information. We have orders to transport you and your vessel to your final destination, the UC Vigilance. Any deviation from those orders on your part will be considered an act of hostility and will be met with aggressive force. Smart decision. Stand by to be boarded and transferred.
The Vigilance is an amazing ship. It's too bad Constellation can't afford something this impressive.
Plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back. You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner's ready, sir. I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. Not this time. So, let me see what we're working with here. Says here that you spent several years as a soldier. That means you understand how to respect the chain of command. Good. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. Huh. You're absolutely right. Well, I'll have my people get right on that. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do? UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. No. No, you don't. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years. If we can get someone on the inside, we'll have a shot at finding a loose... It doesn't matter how I feel. I'm simply doing what's best for the security of the United Colonies. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UCC, Steph, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you in. Of course you have a choice. So, what do you say? Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to... leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gotta be the commander's new mole, huh? Going in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of the ship. The hell was that?
Let's see if they've got anything worth taking. Take them down.
And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go. If you have any questions, save them for Commander Ikonde. So, he took me up instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new infiltrating a bunch of pirates. Got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around.
Hey,
Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right? All right. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikonde should be waiting for you.
Excuse me.
yes, what?
Ah, there you are. Now that we've established your level of cooperation, this is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. Whether this ship is impressive or not, we need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Good. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship. Well, it's the best we've got. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. Fine. Whatever gets the job done. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good. I don't want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, You're going to have to deal with the fines. All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to... I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got. That's easy to answer. We'll be monitoring your activities from the vigilance and attempting to... When you feel you've gathered enough evidence and at the complete... Beyond that, good luck.
Okay, hello. Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best. Hello.
I thought it was clear that Lieutenant...
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the ground. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. Yes, of course. I'm sorry if I brought up any painful memories. Oh, one last thing. A bit of good news, actually. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. The command, it's not generous, it's motivational. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden, and with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. We'll be here if you need us.
Excuse me.
Pardon.
I picked...
And we're away. How you doing, Sweet Pea?
Well, I'm okay. But I'd be a lot better if...
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well, man. So, what do you think? a joke?
Sure, sweet pea. Young man could always use a laugh.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis?
I don't know.
Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Okay. Good one, Cora. Hey, next time you see Barrett, try it out on him.
Oh, pardon me. Is that your stomach or mine? You're handling this whole captain thing really well, you know. Do you need something? Let's get out there and do something new today, shall we? Sorry.
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. And we're done. Welcome to Mars.
While we're here, we should definitely stock up on supplies at the exchange.
Deluxe condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people.
Be careful down near the mines, and enter any active sites at your own risk.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. Here's an idea. Why don't you shout that louder so everyone at UC Security hears? Either show me what you're trying to unload or get the hell out of here. Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC Security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well.
It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Can I help?
Hey, welcome to the Sidonia Trade Authority.
Leland's been going on about the heart of Mars again. When she gonna give it a rest?
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can... Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for... Yeah, sure. If the Trade Authority won't even deal with the shipment of that crap, where else you gonna go? Just cool your thrusters for a minute before you wreck this deal for the both of us.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal... He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Feel free to throw as many credits in my face as you want, but that isn't the point. We need to make an example out of this guy. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll... Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most...
Yeah, what is it?
You got the look of a miner about you. Maybe when the new contracts finally open up, you'll give it a go.
Something I can help you with? Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that? Okay, all right. No need to get violent. Let me think. Wait, you said Adler Kemp. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. Well, look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? Can't...
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
Holy crap. Really? Thank you. For everything.
The miners pretty much run the lower levels here.
Ours isn't for everyone. This life ain't easy, but...
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? He going to be a problem anymore? Nice, nice. You know, you think you can handle... If you haven't figured that out by now, then that's what... All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big... Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I said... Oh, And I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you.
How's the saying go? Show no mercy. Leave
You know when you're ready to hold.
Have things for you.
Hey. Sure, go ahead. Oh, okay then. Yes, have a look. Time to go?
Hope you've enjoyed your stay here. Can't tell.
Orbital insertion done. Time to dance among the stars. Hello, Captain. Lay it on.
Now you're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never mind. Poor choice of words.
Excuse me. What?
Nice to the crew, too.
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Don't you always say, don't listen to rumors?
Never mind. Sorry. Thinking of something else. Yes, Captain. What's on your mind?